If you're someone who is searching for success in life and you're wondering if it's ever going to come and you're having any worries or doubts that you'll finally get to the place where you really want to be, I want to talk to you today about inevitability because understanding the inevitability of your success can be very powerful. It's a practice that I do every so often, and I engaged in it a week ago when I was starting to have my own doubts and uh, concerns come up. You know, those same sorts of thoughts like, oh no, what if it never happens? It's what if it's going to be so much work and not always being as productive as I'd like to be? You might have an off day, and that could cause you to project out into the future that you'll have so many off days that you'll never experience the wealth and abundance that you truly desire. And the antidote to this worry, stress, and anxiety is understanding inevitability. Now, what do I mean when I say inevitability? Well, inevitability is this idea that so long as you are charting your course appropriately in your life, the destination becomes inevitable. So long as you have your eyes on the prize and you understand that you're working towards a vision for your future and you're working towards it deliberately and it's aligned, and here's the really important part, that it's aligned with your purpose, then in my experience, working with many clients as a career coach and a purpose and prosperity coach, that you're going to get there. Your success is inevitable. So that's what that means, and you can really take that to the bank, which is to say that it's important to remind yourself um, that you are on this path, and if you're not on this path, then it's an invitation to get on this path, because the flip side of the coin is that your success may very well not happen if you have charted your course, I would say, incorrectly. And by incorrectly, I mean it's not aligned with your purpose. Maybe you're trying to make a lot of money in a lucrative field that does not align with your true interests. You could be an artist at heart working in finance, and you might work really hard and put in a great effort and have some success, but I would not say your success is inevitable, because life itself is not going to support you in this endeavor. The way that our lives are designed by, you could call it universal intelligence, source, creator, God, whatever. What I've learned is that our lives are designed to be supported when we are living the life that we are meant to live. If you consider that all of us are born with a certain blueprint in life, the Buddhists would call this a dharma. This is the idea that we're all born with a predestined path. And so that means that we have a purpose, we have a mission, we have a calling in life that speaks to us when we're open to it. And we're not always open to it. We're not always aware of it, and it's easy to get sidetracked and distracted by expectations of society, of our parents, of our peers, and be charting a course that's taking us in the wrong direction. And you'll know if it's taking you in the wrong direction if you're not feeling great, if you're struggling to keep your motivation up, if your focus isn't super sharp, if work feels like a slog, like you're having to really grit your teeth and really push your way through each day. That is a sign that you are not aligned with your purpose, because life is denying you. Life is creating friction and resistance for you to meet. And we don't always recognize it as such, but pay attention to people who are living in alignment with their purpose and notice how their lives seem to be so much easier. There is much less resistance, and they're being pulled through their inspiration, and opportunities are presenting themselves where they don't have to go and search the whole world to find the right resources and personnel to help them in their careers. They're just magically finding them, because their success is inevitable. And for those that recognize this, and this is something that I'm beginning to, the stress and the anxiety that we might otherwise feel, which often stems from the fear of failure, is not present. And this is an incredibly useful practice and reminder, because that further supports us on our path. So the other day, when I was worried and everything, my work output and quality was not the best. And then when I reminded myself, wait a second, no, I don't need to worry and stress. I know that I'm on the right path. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I know I'm aligned with my purpose. What am I stressing about? Why am I so worried? It's these unconscious habitual thoughts that were popping into my mind of this fear of failure, of, oh no, what if it doesn't happen? What if it doesn't happen? If it doesn't happen, that would be terrible. Oh, that would be so terrible because of this. And quickly the mind sort of spirals into this space of negativity that just impacts everything. And so the mind was asking, well, what if it doesn't work out? Which is a total false notion when we understand inevitability. Inevitability helps us realize, wait a second, what am I doing? What if this doesn't work out? What if I'm not successful? These are questions of the ego. These are questions of the fearful small self. These are not possible realities. They're only possible realities if I give in to the thoughts of the ego and the fears. Failure is possible, but only when we veer off the course. So I reminded myself to stay the course, that this course is destined, one way or another, through the off days and challenges and all the inevitable obstacles, that life wants me to be successful. That's the whole idea of purpose. Life assigns each one of us a purpose so that we can contribute to the world in a meaningful way, to make the world more beautiful and thriving for all involved, to alleviate suffering, to create abundance and beauty and all sorts of creations. Life has a vested interest in each one of us unlocking and fulfilling our purpose. We don't have to, but life would love us to. Life would love nothing more than to see us play our integral part. And we all have an integral part in the overall patchwork of the universe and humanity and society and the planet even. So that's what I'm saying. Understand that life is rooting for you to be successful. Life is willing to grease the wheels if you just simply play along and play by the rules that life has designed. And again, the rules are very simple. Discover your purpose and live in alignment with your purpose, and work diligently in the direction of that. And as you do, you will experience all sorts of positive feelings and experiences. Again, the design of life is to support us. One way it supports us is feelings. We start to feel better. This is why people want to find their purpose, because they start to feel inspiration, they start to feel passion, they start to feel enthusiasm. It feels so good to be playing their part. They just intuitively know that this is why they're here on this planet, because they have these talents. An artist has incredible talents unique to creating art. And life just feels better when they're using those talents, because they're getting all this positive feedback and they're building their confidence, and they're just like having this knowing that, wow, this is what I was meant to do, not working in finance. So that's the idea. Tap into inevitability by discovering your purpose. Know that inevitability exists so long as you are able to find your purpose and live in alignment with that. Now, of course, yeah, I get it. This is not an easy thing, right? It's not so straightforward how to find your purpose and live in alignment with that, and etc. But begin the work anyways. It's like a treasure hunt, This is like the task of your life, and seek out resources, read books, work with, coaches and guides and healers and whomever that can start to point you in the direction of who you were meant to be in this life. And always remember that I'm available as a resource as well. As a purpose and prosperity coach, my entire job is to help people understand themselves on a much deeper level, so that they can discover what these talents are, discover what these interests are, help people take seriously the hopes and dreams that they've always had, and to breathe life into them, and to give people permission to pursue those hopes and dreams that they previously thought were crazy. I previously thought that starting a coaching business was crazy. But for 13 years, I secretly desired it. This was my hope and dream. And we all have a version of that. Like I said, we're all born with a blueprint. We're all born with a dharma. And these are our hopes and dreams. Whether we realize it or not. Like, let's say someone's dream is to open up a floral shop, I talked to someone once who had this dream and didn't take it seriously. That's a real thing, and that is aligned with your dharma. So, yeah, if you are looking for help, shoot me a message, and we could always have a chat, and I can make sure you get all the info you need, so that you can make an informed decision about getting the right resources to discover your own inevitability. So that's all, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that little message, and I wish you all the best of luck on discovering your own purpose.